It's a figure of speech. If you can't comprehend that, then tune me out. Like, tune me out.
What did Don Staley say? Well, guess what? We gonna talk about it. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to flow. Let's go! Welcome back, Flow community. It is another day to grow in our flow of God together, and I'm glad you're here. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so when we drop another Flow video, you don't miss it. Now let's get to our topic for today. Who is Don Staley? Yes, Don Staley. Who is she? Well, she's a three-time college basketball coach, national champion. Yes, 3 more are going to come. She is a 4-time college basketball coach of the year. She is an Olympic gold medalist in basketball, and she's a Hall of Famer in basketball. When I say this lady is a winner, she is a winner, but not for the reasons you might think. Take a listen to this.
When you really can't explain why things, right, like great things happen to you, some people can say, oh, it's my hard work. Well, everybody works hard, okay? I know personally what God has done for me. I know personally. And, you know, here's the thing. I said, if you don't know there's a God, then something's wrong with you. If you don't watch women's basketball, something seriously wrong with you. Would you take it as threatening as somebody took the other one? I mean, it's a figure of speech. If you can't comprehend that, then tune me out. Like, tune me out, because I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not here. That is not my makeup. That's not my character. So if you're just tuning in for one interview and you probably heard it from somebody else and it's hearsay, then you can have your take on it. I'm not apologizing. I'm not going to apologize for what I said and what I feel, because I know my life and I know why things have happened in my life, and I'm gonna salute God as much as I can, because I know it's not just my doing.
Okay, I hope you caught what she just said, especially at the end, because this is so important as followers of Jesus Christ. See, you might have missed it, but earlier in the week, somebody tried to stump her on giving God the praise and glory, saying they were offended because she gave God the praise and the glory. And what she could have did, she could have backed off. But you saw what she did at the end of that video, right? She came back around and she said, look, if you don't like what I'm saying, tune me out. But guess what? I'm not apologizing for what I said and for what I know to be true in my life. See, that is the lesson. See, we got to thank God for people like Don Staley. You might have heard of Tim Tebow. You might know Stroud. He's a NFL quarterback with the Houston Texans. See, these people are examples of what it means to not be ashamed of the gospel, to not be ashamed in the biggest moments. Despite what it might cost us, they still give God the glory and praise that he deserves. And so we got to take that lesson and we got to chew on it for a little bit, right? When we're out in public, when we're, on our job and get a promotion, we got other things going on. When we're around other people, are we ashamed or are we unashamed? Because that is something you have to ask yourself as a believer. Why is it important? Well, I'll tell you why it's important. Here's the verse. It's in Luke 9, starting at verse 23, and this is what it says. Then he said to the crowd, if any of you wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way, take up your cross daily, and follow me. If you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but are yourself lost or destroyed? If anyone is ashamed of me and my message, the Son of Man will be ashamed of that person when he returns in his glory and in the glory of the Father and the holy angels. Not being ashamed. That's what it means to be a winner. And see, you can gain the whole world, it says, but then you lose your soul. See, when you look at Don Staley and others, see, they're not worried about gaining the whole world. They don't want to lose their soul. They want to make sure that God knows that he is the priority. And that's what we got to ask ourselves. Is God the priority? If he is, I'm going to tell you this. Don't let the world silence your praise. Don't let it happen. We are called to be lights. That means we are going to stand out, and we need to be okay with it because God is our priority. And guess who else stood out? Coach Staley stood out.
How was this a collection of effort tonight to achieve perfection?
Before I do anything, I gotta give honor to the Most High God for allowing us to be back at the same place in which we had sad tears. And I just want you to know that the God I serve, when he closes a door, he opens up a door that's giving you unimaginable success. This is uncommon favor.
And there it is. Is the God we serve good enough and big enough to tell others about? Each and every day, we get an opportunity. I hope this helps you. I hope this motivates you. I hope this inspires you because you know what we do here. Follow, love, obey, worship. That's what we're made to do. I'll talk to you soon.